As we saw in the last episode, Linga had launched an attack on Lin Jingyu. The two were fighting fiercely. Xiaofan tried repeatedly to stop them, but Linger had no intention of stopping. Their battle escalated and became extremely intense. Just as Lin Jingyu's attack was about to hit Ling, _start, Lin Jingyu's senior brother arrived, blocked the attack, Site 1, and saved Linger. _start, actually, Xiaofan Site 2, calls her Linger, while everyone else calls her senior sister, so we will refer to her as senior sister Linger. Just then, their master's wife arrived. She scolded Lin Jingyu. "You chose my own daughter to show off your power. It seems you taught my daughter a good lesson." Lin Jingyu's senior brother quickly apologized on his behalf, stating that Lin is a disciple of Dragon Head Peak. He asked for forgiveness for the sake of their sections. Start. Xiaofan also tried to explain. Site 3. "We have been arguing like this since childhood." He meant no harm. Linger wanted to intervene, but since Xiaofan is not good with words, everyone assumed that Lin Jingyu had been bullying Xiaofan since they were young. The master's wife left angrily. She walked away. Start. Later, the senior brother went to Linger to apologize. Site 4. Seeing that Linger was still acting difficult, he gave her a beautiful pearl. Upon receiving it, she became happy and forgave him. Lin Jingyu came to Xiaofan and said, "I was worrying about you for nothing. You have found such a lovely friend to protect you." Hearing this, Xiaofan blushed. "No, she just cares for me. A bit too much." Start. Lin Jingyu teased him. "Do people here Site 5 bully you so much that your senior sister always has to defend you?" Xiaofan got annoyed and started to leave, but Lin Jingyu joked around with him some more, and they went outside to play happily. Lin Jingyu asked Xiaofan, "Are you participating in the Seven Peaks tournament?" Xiaofan replied, "I will do whatever master says." Lin Jingyu told him, "This only happens once every 60 years. Site_start. We are lucky Site 6 to encounter it just 5 years after joining. Make sure you watch the tournament." As they were talking, Lin Jingyu's senior brother arrived and said, "The Seven Peaks tournament is not child's play. Now, Master is calling for us, so let's go." Lin Jingyu bid farewell to Xiaofan and left. That night, Xiaofan was sitting in his room when Ling came and asked him, Site_start, to close the door. Hearing this, Xiaofan was Site 7, a bit nervous, but Ling asked, "Why did you let that Lin fellow bully you like that?" Xiaofan replied, "He doesn't do that anymore. Can we talk about something else?" Linger said, "Perhaps because you two grew up together. He has bullied you since childhood, and you couldn't do anything about it." "I don't think." Site_start. "He is a good person. He got lucky this time, Site. Otherwise I would have taught him a lesson today." Then she gave him an inscription. When Xiaofan opened it, he saw it was the Taiji Xinxing Dao. He was so scared that he dropped the paper because if the master's wife found out, they would be severely punished. Ling said, "But who will tell my mother?" "I won't tell, and you won't tell. So how will she know?" Site_start. Just practice this inscription, Site 9, and become strong. Then no one will be able to bully you again. Ling then left, telling him to practice the inscription. Xiaofan picked up the paper. At first, he was too scared to open it and wanted to put it away. But after thinking for a while, he picked it up and started cultivating. He could now control the flames very well. Site_start. While he was practicing, he heard a strange noise. Site 10. He went to check and saw the sick senior brother lying there, injured from a fall. Xiaofan rushed to help him up. Xiaofan was very happy to see him and asked, "Where have you been traveling for these 6 years? And what are you doing here in this state?" The sick senior brother panicked and thought of an excuse, then said, "I knew you were here. You are the first person I wanted to see." Site_start. Hearing this, Xiaofan happily tried to hug him, Site 11, but since he has a mischievous nature, he stopped him and took out his flying dice, bragging that these dice are his magic training artifact. He told him more about the dice, saying he had to suffer a lot to get them. They are found on the southern edge of the marsh. The place where Xiaofan was training is called Daju Peak. At this moment, Xiaofan, start, didn't know if he would represent Daju Peak, Site 12, in the tournament or not. The 6 senior brothers said, "This year, each peak is sending 9 people. Maybe your number will come up too, because we are only 7, and we need 2 more people. Obviously, Master won't send a Huang the dog, so your chances are very high." Hearing this, Xiaofan became happy. Suddenly for start, the 2 of them went to meet the other brothers. Site 13. Elsewhere, we see Lin Jingyu practicing the dragon-slaying sword technique in front of his classmates. Everyone was amazed by his performance. That sword is truly a divine weapon. Just then, his master arrived. He was pleased to see Lin Jingyu training. He advised him, "If you want to be at the top of the 7 Peaks tournament, you must work harder." Site_start. Lin Jingyu resides at Dragon Head Peak. Site 14. His master continued, "Our Dragon Head Peak has always been top of the sect. Maintain this position and do not disappoint me." Then, the sect leader was offering prayers to the gods, praying for the tournament, as there were only a few days left before it started. Back at Daju Peak, the mischievous 6 senior brother was joking with his brothers. Start. Everyone was ready to leave for the tournament. Site 15. But Xiaofan had not arrived yet. Linger called out to him. It turned out Xiaofan was busy cooking. He ran out, bringing lunch for everyone. Seeing him holding a blackened stick, people asked what it was. Linger also said, "You don't need to use such an ugly stick at the tournament." Xiaofan said, "This is a magical weapon, more powerful than a sword." Site_start. No one believed him. Site 16. And they handed him a sword. By then, their master arrived, and everyone mounted their swords to fly towards the tournament. The disciples started a race to see who would reach there first. The 6th brother took Xiaofan on his giant dice and flew off. He asked Xiaofan, Site_start, "Are you bringing this monkey along?" Site 17. 2. Xiaofan nodded. They all sped up, flying towards the tournament. Xiaofan enjoyed being above the clouds, but he lost his balance and fell. Luckily, Linger used her sash to catch him and help him land safely. Finally, everyone landed on the ground and officially, Site_start, arrived at the tournament venue. Site 18. Xiaofan was excited to see such a crowded place. Linger held his hand and pulled him along, but the monkey, finding the surroundings strange, became hyperactive and ran off. Xiaofan hurriedly chased after it to catch it. Seeing this, Linger laughed. Suddenly, a beautiful girl appeared, leaving everyone stunned in amazement. Site_start. The episode ends here. Site 19.